welcome to another stream. For anyone new to my channel, my name is McTeigue, and hello. Thank you for joining me here. I am a comic book artist, and right now I'm working on the traditional colors for my soon to be released art book cover. So this is for my third art book, but it's the second installment of Drawn, which is a name I definitely want to keep using. So that's why I'm doing Drawn too. River Dragon, always number one. Hello. Welcome to another stream. Okay, you know what? I really need to get my little cheat sheet going again so I can see who everyone is. Just moving this out of the way for a second and getting my Twitch names cheat sheet. Where is River Dragon? Mike. Okay, Mike. Hi. Sorry that I keep calling you River Dragon and forgetting your real name. Like a fail. All right, so here we go. I'm getting all of my screen windows fixed. Okay, so now I'm ready to stream again. And today is working on the traditional colors. Now, I've been thinking about this for a long time. Oh my God, you did. Thank you so much. Yay! It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, I hope so many people are really happy if they win. I wish everyone could win the contest, but you're amazing, and thank you so much for taking part in it, Mike. You're wonderful. Lots of love to you. Kara is here. Hello, Kara. Mwah, you've been missed. Okay, you guys, I'll be honest. I've been giving this one an immense amount of thought, and I still have no idea exactly how I'm going to get this one done. Hey, Kylie. So, Lyndon and Dan just got home from sledding, so I am starting a little bit later than when we were just chatting, because I needed to hang up all of Lyndon's extremely wet snow pants and snow gear, and yes. William, hello! I'm so glad you could make it. All right, now, you know, I'm gonna try something and see if I can show you guys on my phone where I'm kind of at with the digital colors, because obviously you're not gonna be able to see it if I show you my screen. Now, granted, I'm not done. I still have a little bit more to do, but let's see if this works. Can you see this? Let me get this. Okay. Obviously, it's not focusing properly, and my iPhone screen is kind of screws with the colors a little bit, but this is where it's at right now-ish. I've done a little bit more since then. I need to make the moths look a little bit more like they're going into the background as they fly up and away. And this is looking more blue than it is on my screen. So this is the purple side, and this is the blue side. And then I've got some the pink butterflies on this side, and then the more earthy tone moths on the other side. They're loosely based on the Cecropia moth, which is a very big moth. Technically, it's as big as your hand. So I took some artistic liberties with it. But anyway, this is where it's at. So I will be referring to this a little bit. I have acrylic paint at the ready, watercolor at the ready, and Copic marker, because I am not entirely sure how I'm going to do this, and I'm working on paper that's not really for all the mediums that I could technically use and would like to use. So I'm going to have to kind of wing it a little bit major way, actually, to try to get the look right. So it's gonna be a little bit crazy and lots of winging it today. Professionally winging it. Oh my God, I should have worn the shirt, Kara. I'm sorry. Hello, Philip. Well, you know, I actually have a good purple. It's mostly mixing the colors, but I think what I'm gonna do is use the 0 for lightening any parts that I want to be lighter. So I may just fill the whole page with the darker purple, and then use the Copic, the color blender, the number 0, which in my opinion is bleach, and I'll put bleach splotches on it and kind of do it backwards a little bit. Okay, I missed a couple things. Hairbrush rocks. Yeah, I want to. I've never really been super into learning airbrush, but I really am starting to get a pretty intense interest in oil colors. I love oil and the way it looks. I've never used oil before, but I'd like to try at some point. Whether I'm ever going to manage that is a whole situation all on its own, since I just want to try all the things. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. They are butterflies on one side and moths on the other side. Hello, Lino. Hi, Juan Solo. Oh, I'm so glad you made it, Mace. Thank you. Bob Ross would approve, right? I wish. I need to learn. I have so many things I need to learn. It's just not even funny. All right. Just moving a few little things out of my way. And I'm going to get the colors here just so that I can see them on my screen. And that's one of the reasons why I did the digital first, is so that I could refer to it. And I've seen a lot of other artists that I respect and admire doing that, and I've kind of just started it on commissions or any pieces that I'm working on with Copic Marker. But I have seen a lot of artists, and it's really quite smart, that they'll do like a digital sketch of what they're planning to do on their traditional paper, so that they know kind of what the lighting is, and it's not just such a winging it situation, and I'm such a winging it human, I guess. So I'm really grateful that I have it worked out a little bit already. It's just gonna make my life a million times easier. Okay. So I have this ready on the side, and oh my God, it just looks so much better on my Cintiq screen than it does on my iPhone. It really hurts my feelings how bad it looks on my iPhone. Okay, is the Christmas tree complete? Yes. Well, pretty much. I might add a little bit more to the Christmas tree, but I hit points where like Christmas decorating is really fun, but then once you've been decorating for a long time and everything is a mess, it starts to get overwhelming and a little irritating. Like there's only so much disaster that I can take. And then we've packed it up, we've cleaned, and I'll do little bits here and there later on. Okay. Oh, yes, Dan told me, Kara. I am, Dan's a little overwhelmed with how much stuff I buy for Christmas, so I'm trying to like give him a little breather. Yeah. Excuse me, it does really seem like deja vu. I'm sorry. If you guys are getting like so sick of this piece, you really don't have to stay. I really should have worn the shirt. I know, I'm such a fail. Okay, yeah. Well, I am decorating for Christmas early. Yeah, thank you, Kara. I need to go there even just to like buy a couple things. I mean, we gotta. Hey, James. Okay. Now to get started. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Let me see who that is. Flash Frozen Ivy. Thank you for the follow. Hypno Sherlock. Yes, I agree, William. It's so frustrating, isn't it? Like, it just doesn't look as good on the phone as it does in real life. It's really frustrating. Okay, my designer is messaging me about the cover. Sorry, guys. All right. The book is being designed right now. Whoop, whoop. Okay. What I'm going to do on this one, and I've been thinking about it quite a bit, is like for any of you who were on the stream with me when I was working on the digital colors for this book, I decided to turn off the layer where she's got her darker makeup because it looked like she got punched in the face. When you have really dark makeup on one eye only, it looks so weird, like really weird. But this is the one that will be with the darker makeup. So instead of having it on the just one eye done on the digital colors, I'm just gonna do that one in full, just leaving it with her eyes looking all pretty and open and no dark makeup. And I'm gonna put the dark makeup on this one, which is far more challenging actually, because I'm gonna have to blend a lot more intensely with purples and deep colors on a face. It's gonna be hard for anyone who's worked with Copic Marker. Trying to blend dark over into light of a different color is really challenging. But I'm gonna do all of the dark makeup on this one because this is the back side of the cover, technically. I'll show you the full piece on the inside the art book itself, but only this side is gonna be on the cover. So the side with the moths is gonna be on the cover. And this paper is so smooth. Oh, I'm so happy. Hey, Eric. And Gabriel, I'm so glad you could make it. Woohoo! Drawn 2 Girl knows how to give an epic smackdown. Okay, so I have all of my purples here, and I have, like always, my trusty hex chart. And so the color that I'm thinking to use for the purple is V09, which is violet. And then I have V06 if I need it for anything, which is lavender. Okay, so I have these two. And so this is V09 and this is V06. Thankfully, I have a lot of pinks that I can use for the butterflies because they are dark butterflies. And then there's a lot of patterning. Now I just kind of wung it with the patterns on the moths and the butterflies. So as you can see, I erased them off of my printout. Guys, I'm a giant cheater because this is the actual original. Here's the original. It is in pencil. I screwed up royally, and what happened was, long story short, I was given the wrong paper for my art paper one time. It was an accident. I did not get given super smooth. I got given smooth. Like I've told you guys, it ruins my life when I get smooth, not super smooth. This one, I accidentally used the smooth. It doesn't It has more texture to it. It's much harder for me to keep my lines cleaned, and it gets graphite dust everywhere. So this has been frustrating to say the least. So what I'm doing is, instead of taking an entire day to ink this, which is probably how long it would take me, I printed it out. So I cleaned up the line work, erased all of the patterning that I put in the butterflies and moths, and printed it out. And it's saving me time, and it's on the right paper this time, thank God. So that's why I'm doing it on the on a printout. Then I don't have to re-ink it. And you know, I have concerns that I'd screw things up when I ink it, blah, blah, blah. So this is a printout. Also, if I screw up in the coloring, I printed 3 copies just to be safe. Yes, the printer ink is Copic friendly. I've worked with this before, but it's a good point, Kylie. I should probably check. So let's do a little check just to make sure. Yeah, so this ink is Copic friendly. I've used it before. I don't know what kind of printer it is, James. I print it with Sheldon, who is, he's on our Boop Squad. He's Shadow Puppet Studios, and he's an amazing artist, and he is really, really good at printing, and he handles my printing for me here in Canada. Yeah, exactly, Eric. It's the like, be uber safe, don't screw up, but if you do, backups. Always have backups. Yes, shout out to Sheldon. Okay, so I've gone back and forth. No. Hey, Mark. Oh, hello, scratch where it itches. Yeah, you know, Sheldon is incredible. He knows printing like nobody's business. He's incredible. Okay, so here are my purples and blues for my refills. I'm using V06 and V09, and thankfully I have a good bit of both of these. Now, this is kind of the same technique that I used on the commission I did, which was the Tinkerbell. I don't know if any of you guys saw the Tinkerbell commission that I did, but I did this same basic thing, and I'm going to paint the entire background with Copic ink. And it really does make a pretty amazing effect. It's just that it dries so fast. So I'm going to probably leave this painting the background because it's gonna be just lots of the same, so much purple over and over. For maybe if I'm gonna do another stream and I'm not done, I'll do it for you guys then. But I'm going to use the that liquid masking fluid stuff that I used when I was painting the Divinica interiors, and I'm gonna mask out all the moths and butterflies so I don't have to paint around them and be really careful. And so I'm going to work on her face today. I think that will be a bit more fun to watch than just me filling purple over and over, and lots more purple. Did you offer the extras as a prize? Oh, that's a good idea, Kylie. Yes, I can do something like that. and that's right, Eric. Extra copies is the undo button in real life. That's right. Okay, whoops, sorry, I bumped this. So I think that we'll do things that are in the hair region. So the butterflies and moths that are in the hair, her face, the makeup, all of those things, which I think are going to be a lot more fun, even though Devin is here. Oh my God, that's amazing. And so even though Devin doesn't mind lots and lots of purple and redundant coloring, I'll do mostly the face today. Oh, okay. Michael, I'll explain that. Mr. Freetag, will you explain to me how to pronounce your name? Is it Freetag? Yes, the mask peels off. Thank you, Kylie. Okay, Freetag, I think. Okay. Woo, guys, you know, I've been thinking about this and like churning it over in my brain for weeks on exactly how to color this piece. And, you know, it's the like making the jump to actually putting color down on a white piece of paper. And it's always a little bit nerve-wracking. I don't know if any of you guys feel that way sometimes when you're just starting and you're like, oh, here we go. Time to start. So I'm grabbing all of my colors because I do want there to be blush and, you know, tone, and oh my God, I'm gonna have to power color like you've never seen in order to get this colored without any blotchiness. Oh, thank you, Devin. It's so nice to see you here. I know you've been so busy, but you've been missed big time. I can show you what it is. Hello, Tyler. Okay, I'll show you. So this is what it looks like. And I actually just put a needle in there, you know, like a pin for sewing to keep the hole open. But yeah, so this is just a pin that I keep in there so that it doesn't stick together and get all gummy. All right, so what it is it's essentially like a latex fluid almost. It stinks really bad. Like this smells horrible. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it open. Yes, I can. Okay, so it dries into like a rubber. So this right here feels kind of like a rubber band. And think of it like a liquid rubber, excuse me, like a liquid rubber band. And so in there is the liquid. Oh, it smells so bad, like really sticky farts. And sorry, I definitely have an 8-year-old son and we have toilet humor. So yes, woof, it smells terrible, but it dries like this, and so you can kind of peel it off. See, it's got like a rubbery consistency and it peels off the paper. But sometimes it can take a little bit of your color or your art with it. So that's why I put it down first and then remove it, and then I can color those areas afterwards. Exactly. Yeah, it smells so bad. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's so bad. It smells terrible. But boy, it works. It works really, really well. So I will use this later on. You guys are great. So this is what it looks like. It only cost it costs $13.50 here at the art store here in Canada. In US dollars, my guess is it's around $10. And I love it. It has really made my life a whole lot easier, especially with watercolor. So I highly recommend it if you're ever going to do anything where you have small bits of detail that you don't want to get colored over, but you need freedom to fill in the background. Yeah. And so I'll be using these paintbrushes for the background. And the nice thing about Copic marker is because it dries really quickly, it doesn't warp your paper. Yeah, this stuff is amazing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that all of my markers are nice and full. So we're gonna do a little Copic refills first before we get into the fun part. And I know it seems like I'm mad stalling you guys, but I promise I'm not stalling. Well, maybe just a little bit. I'm stalling a little bit. Iron Castle, thank you so much for the follow. Hypno Kitty. Yeah, this is the same one, Devin, and I'm probably not even a quarter through it. Yeah, a little bit I am. Okay, so let's get my refills for skin. This is my little travel case that I keep some of my main Copic colors that I use. So I take this one with me to conventions. And so usually I know what sketches I'm gonna do, so I know what colors I'm gonna run through a lot. So I only take a few with me. How do you follow me? I think that there's, you hit the follow button, it's like a little heart, and then it should notify you when I go live. So you can set yourself to be notified. Okay, this one is full. Oh, I got some on my fingers. And if you ever get Copic ink on your fingers, it can be very sticky. But if you use a little bit of alcohol, which I keep a little spray bottle of alcohol in my Copic case, so I can clean my hands off, because it's sticky and it doesn't wash off with soap and water. It's really sticky. Okay. Got that one. I'm gonna have both of my E41s filled. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Mace. You're wonderful. Oh, does the blender take clean your fingers? That's good to know. Yeah, guys, don't let me stall too much. All right, filling. Wow, this one was empty. So, I got this this candle. I don't know if I've told you guys this one yet, but while I'm just refilling, I'll tell you guys. So I got this candle at Bath and Body Works that I love. Bath and Body Works, I love their candles. And I got this one called Cocoa and Cream, or Hot Cocoa and Cream, and it really does smell like a chocolate dessert. And Lyndon, my 8-year-old, calls it my candle of lies, because he always thinks that I'm baking a dessert and then finds out it's the candle, and he's so upset and disappointed. He's like, it's the candle of lies. Oh, yay, Philip. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you all so much for taking part in the contest. I am really excited. And if you are planning to and can make it for the Twitch party on December 1st, might be worth it. You guys are amazing. I am so looking forward to the sketching, and I'll be streaming probably a ton in the first 2 weeks of December while I work on the sketches. Might as well let everybody see and do, I'll do lots of streaming because I've got those 2 weeks set aside 100% for working on the commissions for whoever wins. So it's gonna be really fun. It's around your birthday. Aw! You guys are amazing. I want everyone to win. Holiday Expo and then party. That's right. It's gonna be a busy day. Oh, thank you, Mace. All right, I'm almost done filling. Sit on a thread of flies. Oh yeah, I know. This postal strike is ridiculous. Yep, you won Voodoo, that's right. You're amazing, Kylie. Okay, 42, E41, they're all nice and filled up. E43 I don't really use a ton, so I should be fine on that. Oh, you're wonderful, Mace. Thank you. And I'm so very sorry about the delay in answering you. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm so behind on email. All right, guys, stalling is over. Time to get to coloring. Whoop, whoop. All right, and Rihanna, who is on our stream sometimes, she got me an E71, so now I have one. Whoop, whoop. Yes, you're right, Gabriel. Dab pad is here. Everything is ready. And let's start with the YR40s. Guys, I'm not gonna see a ton of your comments while I'm looking down. Have fun chatting amongst yourselves. I'm gonna have to keep my nose on the paper. I'm gonna have to do the face in pretty much one shot. So, the twins and everybody who's on here, you're all epic. I love you all, and if I miss any comments, definitely just call me again, tag me, make my name in a black bar, and please know I'm not ignoring you. I just have to look down now. You made 4 batches of cookies? Oh my God. Okay, I'm looking down. I'm gonna focus. I'm not gonna look up. And let's get this colored. Here we go. No more white paper. Now this is a big section. For anyone who colors with Copic markers, I can imagine that you understand that a big section like this is a challenge to do and to keep it blended. So I'm gonna see if I can actually color half the face in one shot and then do the other half afterwards, and kind of copy or follow the highlights of the face and only work in the highlighted sections, or stop at a highlight. So here I'm gonna work until the nose, and then under the nose there's another highlight in the Cupid's bow, and so I'm gonna stop at highlighted points so that I can work in batches and not have to finish the entire thing all in one shot. Here I'm gonna leave it all white, so I'm gonna try to leave the highlighted sections without being done and work on the face in two parts. So I'm just really right now hoping that this idea works, because it's quite a full section to finish up in one go. Big sections with Copic markers are a challenge, so I'm gonna see if this works. So right now I'm working with the YR 4 zeros, and I'm filling the paper. So this is going to be fully saturated with the YR 4 zeros. And I'm going to go all the way to under here. And then there's a little highlight on her chin. So I'm going to stop at the chin highlight right here. Now I am going to work with not only the Copic markers. I'm probably also going to work with some colored pencil, some watercolor, some acrylic paint. It's going to kind of be a mix of many different tools to get this done right. And that, of course, is right now a giant amount of wishful thinking and hoping, crossing my fingers, that it all works out and I don't royally screw something up. But yeah, that's the plan. Can you guys not hear the squeaks? All right, now I'm going on to E41. And I'm blending this in. So this is technically the color that I use for the most part as my base skin tone. And I use the quadruple 0 one to be my base tone. So it's kind of like a light transition to white. But really the main part that like adds that fleshy color is the E41. The YR. Keep blending, just keep blending. Now right here, I'm gonna leave it for a little bit of a highlight because I do want a highlight right there from the pink butterfly. And there's gonna be, it's gonna be lighter right here by her Cupid's bow a little bit, and I'm blending up because this area right here is quite a bit lighter, so I am leaving that light because I want it to have a nice highlight right there. And then I'm darkening here because this is where the bridge of her nose is. And then I'm pulling it down so that you can see the bridge of her nose. And this is her nose here. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to do all the shadowing in there. So there's gonna be a lot of nice eyeshadow. Oh, thank you, Devin, for pitching the contest. You're wonderful. You guys are all so incredible, and I'm so grateful for you. Okay, E41. So I just added some E42 right there, which is a lot more saturated and a darker color. Okay, E41. I'm gonna pull it that way a little bit more. E41 right here in the little tiny indentation and dip in her nose. And I do have the dab pad and I'm using it constantly. It's just off on the side because I don't want it to go through the paper, and it has happened to me before. So if you have a dab pad, try to be careful with it and don't have it right over your paper. I have gone through my dab pad before and it's gone onto the art, and that's something you want to be careful with. So right now I'm using the R00 again, which is my blush tone, to just warm it up a little bit more. Now I'm switching to YR quadruple 0. Get a little bit more tone here on the side of her nose. And E41. I'm gonna go ahead and finish quite a bit underneath her nose here. And then I'm gonna move on to the makeup. So this side is gonna be lighter. This is the lighter side. I'm not super happy with the blend right here, so let's get this blend a little bit better. I'm using E42. E41. And blend, blend, blend. And YR 4 zeros. Do a little bit more blending into the lightest point. And I'm kind of almost cross-hatching the blend to get it nice and smooth. Because pretty soon I'm gonna have to go into the darker tones to get her her really nice dark eyeshadow that I need to get on there pretty much right away. So that is going to be the next thing that I'm gonna work on this side. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys that I can't look up. I'll look up shortly. All right, I'm gonna look up now for a second. Do I usually use colors to define the nose? I do, yes. HW Walls, I usually use colors. Hello, Tanis. Welcome to the stream. All right, so I'm getting a bunch of my pinks out because I think that it could use a little bit more pink in her cheeks. So let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work. So for now, I'm just gonna do a test here. All right, so that pink is too pinky pink. I almost need a darker RV32. This one has a little bit more of a peach tone to it. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't really know if I want to like screw with her skin anymore. That's some scary, scary stuff. All right, so here are the purples, and these are the colors that I have planned for her makeup. So they're gonna be, it's gonna be pretty dark actually. V04, okay, that is way too psychedelic. V15 and V06, all right. Let's try this out. I'm gonna get some E41, which is just her skin tone. So I'm gonna get some skin tone on there as a base color. And then we're gonna get some dark makeup going on in here. And this is gonna be fun. soon as I'm done with this eye, everyone, I'll look up and go over any questions that you've had that I can catch up on. I'm just getting the blend. And these two colors are like not even remotely the same. So the blend is a little bit trickier, but I want it to have the arch where it's got kind of a fake highlight. So I'm blending it into the arch like that. So I'm still using V15, so it's a little bit of a lighter purple, but it's just enough that I can blend it into the rest of her skin without worrying too much that the colors aren't even gonna blend at all. All right, and then I'm still using E41 to do a little bit of a smoosh to get it a little bit into the rest of her skin. Hey, Keeman! So this is more of the V15. And then I'm gonna take the R81, so it's a pink tone, and I really do love this pink tone, and I'm gonna use that as a little bit of a extender and a go-between between the skin tone and the purple makeup. All right, now I'm gonna get a darker purple, and let's see, V06. Believe it or not, V06 is darker and more saturated than V15. And I'm putting that closer into her eye. And dabbing it off, it's a little full. I didn't fill this one now, but still, it's easy for them to get overfilled sometimes, or just, you know, for the color to pool in the marker itself. And by her eye, which needs to stay white, and her hair, which is silver, I gotta be pretty careful here. And Copic marker does tend to seep into the paper and spread a little bit. So you always wanna be just like 0.5 millimeter away from what you're planning, from where you're planning the color to stop. So I'm not even going all the way up to where I want the color to end. I'm going a little bit further away from it, and then it kind of does its own little seeping. Smoosh, that's right. So now I'm taking the V15 again and just blending it out, and I'm going to blend it again with a little bit of E41 right here. Soften that edge up a little bit, and I'm kind of pulling it with the skin tone color to give it that little blend. There we go. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of the pink. Oh, what's the bingo thing? So I'm grabbing a little bit of the pink and I'm pulling down with the pink now. And now I'm taking RV32. And I'm gonna do E42 and blend it a little bit more. Copic bingo should be a thing. I agree. It's so fun. So this is a darker of the skin tone, and I'm using it to make a shadow for where the hair is. And it's gonna be a pretty harsh line now because right here has dried. But I'm okay with a harsh line because I want it to have a harsh line right there. Okay, one eye done. Woo! Okay, so I've got those ready. And now I can move on to the next one. So it's time to do the rest, like this side of the face, and put in all the shadows and highlights. And I'm gonna again work on it in 3 sections, I think, on the face. So I'm gonna do this side of the face now, and then I'll do the forehead at the very end. Did I miss anything? Does anyone have any questions? That is right, Kylie. I'm gonna try to stitch it together. Oh, it's RV32. Here, I'll show you. RV32. It's called Shadow Pink. And I call out the Copic markers because some people want to know which ones I'm using for skin tones and things like that. It helps everybody get their own colors, etc., etc. All right, so this has actually worked out rather well. I started on this side, and technically this side is not going to be on the cover. It's this side that's going to be on the back cover. So at least now I can, I've got a little bit of a warm-up on that side, and now I'll work on the side that's actually going to be on the cover. So this is where it really matters. What's the contest? Dan is downstairs working out. He does a workout with Lore on Sundays. He's teaching him how to lift weights and do so properly and carefully with good form so he doesn't get himself hurt. All right, so YR 4 zeros. This would be a good one to post all the Copic colors together on your page. Oh, that's a good point, Mark. Thank you. All right, is everybody ready? Time to move on to the other side. And this is the side with more shadow. The light is kind of coming from her 10 o'clock. And so it will be hitting more on this side. Yes, it's good family time. That's right. And then the kids learn. And, you know, for Dan, fitness is really important, and I am failing on the fitness side of life. I'm going to get back into working out this coming week. So help me God. Getting his drawing hat. That's right. Okay, here goes, people. So there is going to be a little bit of a line here. And, you know, I can fix this on the computer if I need to a little bit, just to make it look a little bit better. So I might just kind of do a little smoosh right there, but I may be able to fix it just by doing some more blend on this side. So this is where it's going to be in a lot more shadow, and the highlight is sort of a little bit on the side / center of her nose. So guys, again, for anyone who's new and hasn't been on my channel before, I usually look up a lot more frequently to read comments and questions. It's just when I'm doing the Copic colors on a face, I have to keep my head down and color as quickly as I possibly can to fill the paper. If I let this paper dry, and Copic marker dries incredibly fast, then when I try to color over it again, it has weird watermarks and lines. So I'm gonna be looking down solid until this part is done. So if you have a question from me specifically, just wait until I'm looking up. But if you have a general question about Copic markers or anything to do with my work, I have some amazing, wonderful people on here from my Facebook Boop Squad and who know my work and understand the tools that I'm using, so they can 100% answer your questions. So thank you for joining me here, and I really appreciate your patience while I can't look up. So I'm filling the whole page right now with the YR 4 zeros. This is the darker side of her face. So the main thing with Copic markers and getting them to blend is they blend really nicely when the paper is saturated and full of color. So I always use a color that when it dries, it's very close to white as my starter tone. And then I will work the darker tones into it. And it's kind of a nice way to start doing your, you can kind of start planning out the shading with the lighter color. And then you can work in the darker colors and you kind of know where they're gonna go then. So this is E41. It's the next color that I use in my shading. Okay, and I'm blending it back out with the YR40. So it's kind of the lightest of the yellowy red, which, you know, essentially is a semi-Caucasian skin tone color. Back to E41. Okay, and this line right here is starting to bother me. So I'm going to try to blend this a little bit. Soften it out. Okay, and then under the nose, because the light is coming from kind of her 10 o'clock. So under her nose is going to have a good bit of shadow going on. And then I'm blending it out this way a little bit. And I'm using the YR to give it a smooth blend outwards. More E41. And I'm using the side of the brush tip. And you know, some people use the chisel tip, some people use the brush tip, like people who use Copic marker. And it's really just a personal preference thing as far as which one you prefer to use. I just find the brush tip a little bit easier to use, but it just depends on what you prefer. And there's no real right or wrong way. It's just what you like to use and which one feels more comfortable for you. So I like to use the brush side. And there is a chisel tip side as well, and you can use either one. So I'm still using E41 here. And now I'm going to switch to the blush color. So I need to get that in there pretty soon before everything starts to fully dry and then I can't get her blush tone in there. That would be a super big bummer. So this is R00 and it's the color I use for blush. And as you guys can see, I'm not doing this section right now. I'll do that next, once this whole part is done and dry. Okay, now I'm taking the YR again and trying to bridge the gap between the blush color and the darker skin tone. Then I'm going to go back over it with the E41, blend that into it. I'll be done soon, you guys, and then I'll see everyone's comments. So this is E42. This is a darker tone, and I'm just putting a little bit of it in here, and then I'll blend with the E41. And some E42 under her nose. Because you want to have that clear shadow going on right there. And then I'm going to blend it with E41, which is the next lighter color. I'm just softening the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to just do a little bit in the corner of her mouth right here. So I'm going to go over and do her lips later. But I'm just getting the skin tones done. And then her lips I'll do probably next, once I'm done with the makeup and the skin. Okay, and I did do a little bit of a harsher shadow, kind of at the bottom of her nose. All right. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that. If I try to do any more, I may ruin it. How are you guys all doing? Is everything going good? You're great, Kara. All right, so now I've got E41 that I'm just using as the base tone right here because I don't need to go to white on this section. And let's get the makeup done on this side before the skin tone completely dries. And then I'll move on to her forehead. Everything's going great. Oh, you guys rock. Everything is good. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I hope the squeaking isn't driving anybody nuts. All right, so now I'm moving to, I used E41, R81, RV32, V06, and V15. Kara's hiding behind my trees. You don't hear any squeaking? Okay, fair enough. All right, so V15 was kind of the lightest purple tone that I used. And again, this is the side that's going to be visible in the final book. And I'm blending out the edges with a little bit of the normal skin tone that I use and a little bit of pink. So right now I'm blending it just with the skin tone, which is the E41. And I don't know why I'm whispering, I guess just because, or talking softly. I kind of hold my breath when I'm doing difficult parts like this, so I may stop breathing and talk weird. More skin tone just on the edges to blend them a little tiny bit. Okay, and now I'm going to take a little bit of pink and mix it in because I think that makes it look a little better. Sometimes I'll even use like actual blush. If I'm trying to blend a color on my makeup that is a real harsh transition to like my pale ass skin, I'll use a little bit of blush. So I think it's a handy little trick to use something that is just represented already in your skin. And you know, pink I definitely have represented in my skin, regrettably. I wish my skin was like 5 shades darker, but whatever. And it helps as a nice transition. So if you are getting into art and you want to do different looks on your characters, study makeup. Especially, you know, the YouTubers that do makeup tutorials and stuff, watch those. It really helps with coloring skin. I've learned a ton just from watching makeup tutorial videos on YouTube. It's very handy. And there are so many that, you know, you can definitely find someone that has a style of makeup that you like, or, you know, their facial features or something that you gravitate to in your art, or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's a lot you can learn off of YouTube makeup videos. All right, now I'm using V15 again. So the paper is starting to buckle a tiny bit, but I think as the Copic marker dries, the paper will calm down a little bit. At least that's my hope. All right, so her skin is done on the main section. So now I'm gonna work on her forehead, and then we'll move on to the rest of the piece. I do need to add a little bit more dark into this area though. So I'm gonna just put down a little bit more of the E42. So it's like the warmer tone. And I did like having a little pop of highlight right in there. Because the light is coming from this direction, so there would be a little bit of a highlight, but it was too light. So now I'm taking some E41, which is the next lightest color, so that I can blend it back into itself. There we go. All right, so now we can move on to her eye color and her forehead. So I'm gonna give her forehead a break. I'm gonna give the skin tone a break to just do something different so you guys can see the eye tone, and then we'll move on to the rest of the face and her lips, and then hair and butterflies. Oh, yay! I'm glad you like them, Kylie. Woohoo! Thank God, because wow, I was nervous about putting purple on skin and trying to blend that. It sounded like so hard to do. Let me see if I move it in a little closer, because it is showing up darker on my screen than it looks in real life. But again, I still need to scan it and, you know, hike the levels or do whatever I need to do in order to make it print properly. Okay, so I'm gonna work on her eyes now. Now I did a real light sky blue almost. Like I was kind of going for like a husky, I think it's called, a Siberian husky dog, kind of, where I made her hair that silvery color and the blue eyes. I had like a Siberian husky in my mind sort of when I did the colors of the character. So I'm going to do very, very light blue eyes. Crystal blue, that's right. So I've got my trusty hex chart, but before I do the actual eye color, I need to do the eyeball. And so that is, I use the cool grays. So they're a gray with a blue undertone, and then I'm gonna mix in a little bit of pink for like the tear duct area. And so since it's a bigger section, I'm gonna do a bit more blending than I usually do on eyes. Usually I just throw down like a cool gray number 3 and, you know, call it a day, because it's just such a tiny, tiny spot. In this, it's much, much bigger, so I'm gonna need to actually do a bit more blending than I usually do on an eye in color. And because the light is coming from this section, even though I did leave some highlights in there, I'm gonna pretty much color them in and do it with Copic Opaque White at the end. Oh wow, that is crazy. That's amazing biomorphic art. That's amazing. That is such a cool eye color. All right, so I have tons of cool grays here, and I'm just going to do a pretty immense amount of blending here. And then once this is dry, then I'll go in and put her actual eyes in there, like the actual colored part. I always forget what they're called. Anyone is welcome to correct me on my lack of being able to speak English. All right, now just always the thing to bear in mind is the light source. Now I have it at 10 o'clock, so her eyelashes would create quite a shadow on her eyes, so I will represent that in her eye coloring to have that shadow in there. So it's going to be a lot darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. And also, one reason why I want to color her eyes quite a bit is I want the highlights that I'm going to put with the Copic Opaque white paint to really pop, and that'll make her eyes look watery and like not like she's crying, but you do want those strong highlights that happen on something that is like super smooth and glossy like eyes are. Chingimas, I think that's how you say it. Thank you so much for the follow. Hypno Sherlock. So now I'm using Cool Gray number 2. And I'm gonna start getting the darker shadows going in from her eyelashes. And because I'm working wet on wet here, where I've been putting a bunch of blue Cool Gray ink down, it's very wet now, which is perfect because then it's so much easier to blend. And it almost blends itself a little bit, and that's great because I do want there to be a pretty strong line, but not, you know, extremely harsh line. Now I'm using C3, which is usually just the main one I use, and I'll call it a day with C3, which is Cool Gray number 3. But with this one, I've done a lot of lighter colors to get the tone in on the whole eye. And I'm gonna put a little bit down here at the bottom too, just a tiny, tiny bit, because her eyeball obviously is inset in her eyelids. Okay, and now I'm gonna do a tiny touch of C4 and then I should be done. A tiny touch of C4, that sounds so wrong. Cool Gray number 4. Almost done here. There we go. Now I'm going to just put a little bit of pink. So this is the color I use for blush. It's R00. I think this should be enough to give that little pop of pink right here in the corner of her eye. If it isn't enough, I have some other pinks I can use. Yes, it isn't enough. All right, so then the next one I'm gonna use is this R81. The reason why it's a black marker is because it was their 25th anniversary and they were giving it away for free in San Diego a couple years ago. So I have one black marker, but I really do love this particular red, this particular pink. It's kind of, think of it as like a cherry blossom pink. And I use it a lot. All right, so there we go. It's got a little bit of pink right in there. just filling that in. And then I'll put like a little dot of white right in there so that it has that nice wet look. All right, so since I'm done with the cool grays, because my desk starts becoming quite a disaster when I'm working with so many Copic markers, I'm gonna put them away because I don't need them anymore for this piece, I don't think. Yo, hello! Welcome to the stream, love. See you later, Mace. Thank you so much for hanging out for a little while. Lots of love to you, and I'll try to answer your email as soon as humanly possible. Hey, Robert. I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, thank you, Travis. I'm so glad that you like them. All right, let's get some sky blue action going on in here. So I am referring to my trusty hex chart like usual to get the right colors here. So this is the hex chart that I'm using. I'm gonna stay in the really light ice blue colors. Then I'm gonna use some B12, ooh, and it's called Ice Blue. How fun is that? And then, let's see about B02, Robin's Egg Blue. So I'm gonna mix these three together and just see how it looks. So it's B000, B12, and B02. So this is a very, very light blue. Honestly, it's barely detectable right now. Now I'm using B12, which is ice blue. So much bingo, that's right. And I'm filling in where I've placed the highlights. I'm gonna go back over that with the Copic opaque white, but that's kind of something I leave to the end. I don't really mess around with the opaque white until I'm pretty much done. It's a little safer. Hey Tom, welcome to the stream, yay! I hope everything's going good with you and your family. I miss you guys. I'm still using B12 and making it darker up at the top. And actually, I don't think I need to do any more. So I pretty much just used two colors. I used B000 and B12 for the eyes. And I think that's enough. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do her forehead, and that is a big section right there. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky. And then next up is the lip tone. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Christmas ornament shopping. Oh my God. Oh, and Sightlow. Sightlow-fi. Okay, thank you so much for being here. This is awesome. All right, I'm gonna put some of the purples away too because I'm not gonna use them again for a minute. I'm gonna try to not be such a disaster when I'm coloring. I make such a mess, such a mess. There are no words for what a mess I make. I take all the blame. I'm okay with that. Nieder Diaz Perez, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, I'm so happy you're learning stuff, Larry Artman. Thank you. That means a lot. Really? I haven't been to the Hallmark store. Oh, lots of love to the other Dawn, and hi, Dan. Yay! I'm so glad you guys could make it. Oh, that would be so cool. If you do a Star Wars tree, Mark, you've got to post it. Biomorphic art is being a Grinch. Jeremy Aman, thank you for the follow. All right, so as usual, you guys know the drill. I'm going to be looking down again to work on the forehead. I can't look up. So I'm not gonna see a bunch of your comments right now. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves, and please have patience with me while I finish this, and then I'll catch up. If you want me to see something, please tag me in it so that there's a black bar and it like grabs my attention. All right. You guys are amazing. Okay, here we go. So again, I'm using my same 3 colors. This YR40s, E41, and E42. We're gonna get this wrapped up. And guys, it looks a lot darker, at least on my screen, than it does in real life. So she looks like pretty aggressive goth. It's not as aggressive goth as it's looking on the screen, just in case that's freaking anyone out. Oh, you know what? I hear you there, biomorphic art. I didn't mean to be getting on your case. I'm sorry. Well put, Kylie. I love that. I wouldn't even notice if you stole my shoes. I pretty much never wear those shoes. Actually, I've never worn them. Okay, I'm looking down. I'm gonna focus. So I did some decorating yesterday and today. We got up pretty early, actually. So we decorated until noon and then got to work and yeah, cleaning. Oh my God. Christmas decorating is so time consuming and makes such a mess. And Sherlock is going crazy. His favorite spot is to sit under the tree and start messing the tree from the bottom up. And it's so frustrating. And I've tried everything to get him out from under there. But no, he has to sit under the tree. But I'll post some pictures in Boop. I think that Dan already told on me and showed you guys what I was working on. But this year, Lyndon, our 8-year-old, was in charge of the tree. So he got to direct me on what he wanted the tree to look like. So that was kind of fun and different. I'm kind of one of those weird people that really doesn't like Christmas baubles. I want like other random shaped items. Like I'll stick, you know, birds in the tree or little lanterns or just random shit that's not, you know, your typical baubles. But Lyndon wanted red and green baubles. So it's a very traditional looking tree. But, you know, at the end of the day, all my kids say it's the best tree I've ever done. So maybe they prefer it. Yeah, he put a picture up. Okay, I'm looking down again. All right, so now I'm using E41. I've just been blending a couple colors together, and I've got, this is where her hair is going to be creating a decent amount of a shadow onto her forehead because, you know, it's sticking up and blocking the light. So I've got some shadow blended. And then the rest of the shadow, what I'm gonna do is once it dries, I'll go back in and do some harder lines. Now I'm just pulling a little bit more of the lightest tone because I'm using it to blend everything. All right, I see too many streaks here, so I'm going the opposite direction to blend everything a little bit better. So I've kind of gone straight up and down, and now I'm going side to side to blend any little streaks that I see. All right, there we go. That was nice and easy. Woot! Spartan Ryan, thank you for the follow. More Hypno Sherlock, yay! All right, so now it is lip tone time. And, you know, I haven't done this lip color before, so this is exciting. I'm gonna put away a few colors now. Clean as I go. Oh, Twitchy Lee, hello. Oh, thank you so much, Yolanda. That means so much, hun. Okay, now I'm trying to wrap my head around the colors here and what I'm gonna do for her lip tone. Okay. 56, R81. Let's get R83. All right, so we're just going to wing it here. I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna look. So let's just get started and hope for the best. So as you guys can see, I don't actually care for doing lines around the lips, especially the top lip. And that's just a personal preference thing. It's just how I prefer to do the lips. So I'm gonna fill this in fully with, this is the lightest pink one I have right now. It's called Rose Pink R81. And then I'm gonna start leaving a few sections now lighter. So I'm not gonna color in that middle section anymore. So now I'm gonna use R83, which is the next darker color I have. Oh, good night, Arrow. Mwah! I'll see you later. Gonna look a little weird because right now she only has her lower lip colored. It's gonna be very strange looking until I finish the top lip. So I'm still using R83. to use RV34, actually. Where is RV34? Okay, this is RV34. To just darken it up a little bit more. Now I'm going to use R56. And this is quite a bit darker, so I'm going to have to be pretty careful with this one. And it's just to get a little bit more deep shadows in the creases and where her lips meet, and kind of at the bottom as well. So this color is called Current. And I'm kind of, you know how lips are, they're not like perfectly smooth. They're, you know, almost like grapefruit sections, or, you know, orange sections or something like that. So I am doing that and leaving them kind of without like a perfectly smooth highlight. It's got a little bit more of like chunkiness or texture to it, and I think that makes the lips look more realistic, and that's something I really like. And it's just a personal preference thing. I like lips to not have a deep black line around them, and for the most part to not be very dark color. Now this, because I'm doing the darker side, this one is a little bit more of an actual strong lip tone, but even so, leave the sections like they usually are. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. That is so sweet of you. The milky stash. Yeah, it really does look like that right now. Now I'm going to start working on the top lip, though. Yay! So this I'm going to need to pretty much draw in because I didn't leave any line art for the top lip. There we go. All right, now I'm using R83. And because the light's coming from up above, I'm gonna leave most of the highlight on kind of the top rim of her lip, not on her lip itself. More bingo time, that's right. Alright, and then I'm gonna keep blending. So it's just, I find with Copic marker, it's easiest to have at least 3 colors that you're using for any given blend that you're trying to do. And in this case, I'm using 4. And it just gives it that more natural looking blend as opposed to the harder lines that'll happen if you don't have 2 colors or 3 colors to kind of blend together to get that like mid-tone highlight and shadow look. And I have my dab pad to the side, and as you guys can see, this was a completely blank dab pad when I started. I'm definitely using it. Oh, thank you, Mark. All right, just doing a little bit more color on the edges so that you can see where her lip is. Sometimes I get a little too timid with the edge and I need to add a little bit more color. You can't even tell where the lip is. Whoops. There we go. Okay, the lips are done. Yay! Lips are done, eyes are done. Actually, I'm gonna darken in with a pretty dark color on the center of her eyes because I'm gonna go ahead and put a really bright white highlight in there. So now her eyes look pretty freaking dead, but I will be fixing that up shortly. Oh, Crafty Blonde, thank you for the follow. Let's get some white. For starters, just so it doesn't wig everyone out, I'm gonna put a little bit of a white highlight in here. What colors would I use for platinum hair? Oh, see you later, Larry Artman. Platinum hair. So you want it to actually be quite blonde, right? You know what? I use the E41 and YR30 are really good for platinum blonde hair. Oh, this one. Well, her hair is pretty much silvery gray, so I'm gonna use the toner grays for her hair. There we go. At least there's something there for now. Concrete blonde. That's funny. You know what? Her lip doesn't look even, so I'm gonna try to fix that right now before it dries too much more. This side needs to go up a little bit more. There we go. Just a touch. Okay, so I'm gonna put away some of the pinks because I don't need them anymore. But I'm gonna save out the current color, which is the darkest one. I need to wait until it dries a little bit more and actually put a bit more of a darker section in the center. making a mess. All right, pinks go away. Now I'd like to work on the butterflies. Let's do that. Butterflies and moths. Because her hair is just going to be white. And that's not going to be fun. But right now I'm just using the darkest color that I had. And I'm putting in a little bit more to give a good shadow. Oh, hello, Karen Comics. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, so this one's done now. So her lips are finished, and then it's going to be fluorescent pink time. Woohoo! So I did pretty bright pink on the hair, the butterfly colors, and I drew in all the extra little details and stuff on the butterflies. So all of that I'm gonna need to do fresh here because I didn't leave that in the pencils. First, quick water break. Hope everybody doesn't mind. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get some butterflies going and moths. So for the butterflies, think of them as like fuchsia colors, and so I'm gonna be mixing a fair few pinks, and then I'm gonna need to go over them with black in order to get the tones or and the colors in there. And then once the face is dry and the hair is colored, I'm gonna need to put the darker shadows that the hair is casting on the face. The paper is slightly warped, but once the Copic markers dry, they tend to re-flatten on the paper. Nah, just a drink break. And I have it right here, so I'm good. So I have a few different colors that I can use for the pinks, and it's a very light pink in the center and then goes to dark, almost fuchsia on the sides. Thank you for the follow, Karen. I really appreciate it. I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping. My goal is to try to have 1,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year. So everyone that has followed me today and from the beginning of my streaming, you guys rock, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. Hypno Sherlock, I know, it's the best. Okay, so we're gonna do RV09. Here, I'll show you guys. So RV09 is actually fuchsia. It's called fuchsia even. RV06 is pretty intense. I think that's a little too much. I don't really want it quite that psychedelic pink. Oh, thank you, Keeman. How many do I have? Oh, right now? Well, as of start of the stream today, I have 923. So I have a little bit more, and I have at least this month in December to hopefully reach 1,000. RV34 I'm gonna use. And R83 and R81. So pretty much the colors that I used for her lips. RD3 or 81. That should probably work. Thank you guys. You are so wonderful. I truly appreciate it. Oh, I got another follow. Vanagon Bananas. Thank you. Hypno Sherlock again. Whoop whoop. All right. Butterfly time. So I'm going to start with the one right here. And I'm just going to look at what I did on the actual colors. Just to see. Yes, Hypno Kitty is just too much fun. Oh, Shadow Man, thank you for the follow as well. You guys, for everyone that's following me now, thank you for helping me reach my goal. Yay! And for the butterflies, I'm actually not trying to make them extremely blended. So now is 100% the time if you have any questions about Copic coloring or anything really. I'm here for you. I don't need to worry about blending anymore. It was just the face that was very crucial that I look down. Oh, that is so cool, Kylie. I always sound so bubbly. Lol. All right, so it's darker on the edges and then goes to lighter and brighter in the center. All right, now I'm using RV34. Oh, thank you, Robert. I so appreciate it, and I'm glad that you got them in good condition and that you like them. That is wonderful. I've got to say, I am so grateful to all of you and to the folks that do my fulfillment, because I can assure you I would not be getting them out to you nearly as quickly. So it's fantastic that, you know, there's a reliable service that is taking care of it. Oh, you're a sweetheart, Kylie. Thank you, hun. I need to make this go a little bit deeper into the piece. Oh, that's so cool, Karen. Oh, you did, Robert. You were wonderful. Thank you all so much, and the very best of luck to all of you. And, you know, if you can make it for the Twitch party, definitely do that. We will do our best to make it worth it. Though I totally get it. It's not at the best time for everyone. I just had to stream once I get back because I'm at the holiday market all day. Excuse me. So I'm going on the stream as soon as I possibly can when I get home after maybe inhaling some food. It's gonna be 8 p.m. my time, Kylie. So I guess that's kind of in the afternoon for you, ish, I think. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna try T8. So it's toner gray, and it's pretty dark because I'm doing the outlines now on the butterfly and all the detailing. 11 a.m. for you. Oh, that's great. No, I won't do. I'm gonna stream for another hour, and I won't get any coffee. I didn't make any before starting, so it's fine. Okay, so this is a slightly tricky part because I need to do the details on the butterfly. Hi, Louie. Oh, you just ordered another Magoo? Robert, you and Kathy are amazing. All right, I just need this. Second. For now, bingo is over. Ed Overon, thank you so much for the follow. All right, I seriously need to unpack all of my art supplies. Sheesh, such a mess. I have not unpacked since Phoenix, so, or not Phoenix, Tucson. All right, so I'm just gonna do a few little details so I have something to follow. And they don't have to be exactly the same as what I did on the computer and what I did in the real pencils because it doesn't really matter. Helsing Frost, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so I need to make it a little bit darker and brighter. What webcam? Oh, I don't know. Oh, hi, Jeremy. And hello, Evie and Stella. I remember you guys. It was so great to see you, and thank you for being on the stream. I don't know which webcam I'm using. I'm so sorry. It is the... Okay. I'm gonna have to look right at you guys all weird like. Logitech HD 1080p. It's a Logitech one. That's all I know. I'm so sorry. Oh, Scott, hello. Lots of love to Mo. I'm so glad you like the butterflies. Yay! I'm kind of doing like faux monarchs. Alright, so I'm gonna need to be a little bit bolder with the fuchsia. I was going too light on it, and it's, you know, you're not seeing any of the fuchsia. So I'm gonna be a little bit braver and bolder with the fuchsia, not spend too much time doing any other tones. So like I did all these different colors in the butterfly, not necessary. I'm just gonna break it down to pretty much just 2 colors because I need the I need more of the bright color and not so much of the lighter. If anything, I can just go in at the very end and put in some light highlights in the fuchsia and not even bother with anything else. So I'll probably do that. Dan is working out. That's right, he's thinking about more stickmen. I'm trying to talk him into making an appearance soon. Good night, Kathy. Are Dan sketch commissions available? That is a really good question. And yeah, Dan is downstairs working out, so I don't have him for tech support. I need to just get a information thing down at the bottom where I put the lights that I use, the camera I use. So that is a fail on my part. How late am I going? I'm going until 7:30 my time, so another 45 minutes. It's 6:43 here for me. Oh, thank you so much, Robert. That means a ton. I really hope that you guys enjoy the book. I think this one is my best one yet. Thank you, Louie. Hey, Rock Trooper. I'm sorry that I missed your comment till just now. Thank you for stopping by. I totally get it. It's the weekend and there is so much to do, but thank you for stopping by for a couple minutes, and I'm glad you like it. All right, so that's how I want to do the butterflies, and just so many of them. Oh my God. Hello, Mr. Weiroo Clown. All right, so I'm not going to do as many tones as I did on this one, on the rest of them. I'm gonna pretty much just go straight to the fuchsia. And I might try something where I use some colored pencil to get a little bit more tone to it. So let's give that a shot. Let's even see if I have a pink. I don't even really have a pink colored pencil, but I have this one. Let's see how this looks. No, that's a little bit too peach toned, I think. Maybe just white. I don't have a very extensive colored pencil set, as you guys can see this. SW001, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Louie. Honestly, I don't know. That's kind of Dan's department. Wasn't the left side to be the dark side? Well, it's got the darker makeup. It's gonna have the darker moths. The reason why I colored both sides like this is because I do have the digital version that does not have the dark makeup. And it looked weird when I only had one eye with dark makeup. So what I'm doing is I've left the digitally colored one with no dark makeup. And then on this side, I'm just doing both, honestly, just so that it doesn't look strange like she got a black eye. And I'm only using half of it on the cover. And the other half is literally just to color it. Oh, wow, you're making apple crisp. That sounds so yummy, Gabriel. I want. All right, so I'm just using white colored pencil now, and it actually is helping with highlight, and it looks decent. So I'm just putting like a little pop of white in the center to make it look like it's glowing a little bit more. And I'm going to do a little bit of white in the center of the actual butterfly, just to give its body a little bit of shine. There we go. Yeah, that sounds so good, doesn't it? And the nice thing is about the colored pencils that I use is that you can blend them with the Copic marker, because what I'm using is colored pencils that are, they're watercolor colored pencils. So they blend nicely with Copic marker. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't use correction fluid. I just use, it's called Copic Opaque White. And I sometimes also use, like the Sakura jelly rolls. Or maybe that's what you meant, Louie. Oh, that's so sweet that he calls you in the morning. Aw. Well, I'm gonna need to refill my R83. It's starting to be empty and squeak, and I don't like it. Oh, that is awesome. Sometimes I'll use my thumb to like do cloud formations, so I'll use my thumb on stuff for sure. All of it, Kylie. Refill time. I don't know, Arvo. Oh, wow. Those are cool. thank you so much for the follow. Oh, God, okay. Just got too much stickiness on my hands. Juan Solo, hello! Welcome to today's stream! Oh, it's bye everyone, not hi everyone. I feel like such a fail. See you later, Juan. Yes, I feel so stupid. I'm so sorry, Juan. Have a good one and enjoy your week. Alright, so I think that trying to do the inking with this marker was a little bit of a failed experiment. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to do the edges and then do the rest with a pen. Lots of love to Mo. Have a good one, Scott. See you later. Sammy, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much, Scott. Is Gabriel leaving? No, Gabriel's not leaving. Oh, thank you, Lurks. All right, so I'm gonna do the rest with a pen. She's trying to get rid of you. Thank you for the follow, Lurks. Alright, yeah, I needed to switch to a pen for this part. I was being, I mean, I don't think I was being lazy. I was just trying to keep it looking standard, but it's too fat. No, Juan was saying bye everyone, and I said hi to him, so I was a fail. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see the detail. Now I'm just kind of freehanding this stuff because honestly, the more random it looks, the better it looks, in my opinion, with butterflies. And I'm going to even out the edges a little bit. That didn't look good to me. Color in the body. There we go. Yes, it was snowing a ton this morning, which made decorating and Christmas music seem completely appropriate for today. But I don't think it's snowing anymore. But yeah, Lyndon and Dan were out sledding this afternoon. So yes, it's 100% snowing. Is it ever not snowing? Lol. Thank you, Philip. You're wonderful. Oh, Pouncer Paws. Yes, I am from Calgary, Canada. And I don't say A. Ever. Where does anyone say A? Like, I don't know where in Canada anyone says that. Oh my goodness, Tony Moy, thank you for the follow. Respect. You want to go there one of these days? I don't say a boot either. I just did. Okay, well, that's not fair. So much respect, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I love your work. It's so hard not to just turn into like a blathering fangirl, but yeah, wow. Thank you. Huge honor. Eastern Canada says it? Really? That is true, Louie. Thank you for that one. You're right. I was born in Melbourne, Australia. I've kind of lived everywhere. And thank you, Tony. Oh my God. Mad respect. I'm gonna start like acting like a crazy person. Oh, thank you so much, sir. And now I'm all nervous. Tony Moy is here. Yeah, I'm not, like, I don't say A. But, okay, I've been, my mom is Canadian, so technically I've been half Canadian all my life, but I only became a Canadian 7 years ago and moved to Calgary, Canada. I spent most of my life overseas. Was born in Australia, lived in Europe for lived in Japan for 4 years, I think. And then was in Europe, and then the US, and now I live here in Canada and travel to the US a lot. Well, maybe at one point, but now the oil has kind of gone a little, yeah, crazy international. All right, so I'm just trying to wrap up these butterflies, and then I'm gonna work on the, I'll stop doing the butterflies now, so at least we have a little bit of different stuff, and I'll move on to the moths, just for fun. Yeah, that is true. Vancouver is crazy expensive. It's ridiculous. So fuchsia is not a color I use with Copic marker pretty much ever, except for like sometimes in Harley's hair. Sometimes for a commission. It really depends on the rest of the colors. And it's only being used here because it's what I did on the digital version. So for anyone who's new, I am working new to my stream today. Hello. I'm working on my art book cover, and my plan for my art book cover is the front is going to be half of the face and it's colored digitally. I've already done that. The back of the cover is going to be traditional since it's kind of the two sides of art. I'm new to digital coloring, but I do really love traditional art. That is my first love as far as art in general, and so I'm gonna have the back cover be done traditional, but it's only half, so technically the butterflies are not even gonna show up on the cover. I'm just doing them for fun. And so right now I'm working on doing the traditional one, and the digital one, like I said, is finished. Okay. My parents were missionaries, Chigimos, believe it or not. Kylie, I'm taking the skin tone. Basically, think of the hair as the border line. So the rest is going to be the background tone. And so I'm kind of taking the skin to about here. So I'm not really giving her any kind of outfit, but it's not like I'm making a point that this is a topless cover. It's literally just a bust. You're drawing the Notre Dame building? Wow, respect. I really need to do that. I need to do so many more backgrounds, but I'm studying to get better at them because I don't feel that backgrounds are my forte at all. When does this book come out? My goal is to have it ready by Emerald City Comic Con, which is in March. So that's my plan. If I can't make it, you know, because it depends on printing and shipping and all of those fun things, I will have it by Calgary Expo, which is in April. So it'll be sometime between March and April of next year. And I will have it on my website and I'll take it with me to conventions. Oh my God, that's amazing, Pouncer Paws. Isabella, Andrew, oh, and Doretti Art. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Okay, more detail on the butterfly. So I'm doing this with a pen. I was doing it with the Copic marker on that one, but I need a slightly finer line. Oh, hello, what a clever boy. Andreotti. I love that name. Isabella Andreotti. Is that how you pronounce it? And thank you. You're hilarious, Kylie. Moobot is ruining everything for you. All right, so this one needs to have a little bit more detail. I love your name. Seriously, Tony? Oh my God, thank you so much, truly. But you're amazing. You don't need anything from me, just so much respect. Hardcore fangirling. Thank you. You literally made my day. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. I cannot do. I've been watching you watercolor. I'm a lurker, and I lurk, and I've been lurking on your watercolors, and I just can't. I'm a fail. No, Tony. Like when I try to blend with watercolor, like I get all the water lines, and I can't figure out how to get it right, and it just like. I can't smoosh with it. Yeah, it's insane. Mad respect, sir. Yes, Tony's streams are awesome. I can't watercolor like Tony can at all. It's amazing. I would love that. I'm gonna find you at a show. The next show. Are you going to Emerald City, Tony? That would be so fun. You are? Oh my God. Okay. Yes! All right, I will hunt you down at Emerald City because I'm going too. I could pick your brain. Oh, no, I'm not done. Yay, Tony! I'm so excited. If you don't mind me picking your brain, I would love that. Oh my God, second round on me. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Huge honor, sir. Seriously. I haven't finished Witchblade yet. What a clever boy. I had to switch to this to finish my art book cover so I can make my print run deadline. But I will be finishing that one up on stream, I promise. There's tons to pick. Thank you, Tony. I'm so excited. Yeah, Dawn is a fail. I have a one drink human, but I will get Tony the second drink. You guys know I'm a giant lightweight. All right, I want to finish this butterfly before I need to go. This stream has been so much fun. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it a ton. And I gotta tell you guys, like, you all helped me so much on the last stream when I was trying to work on the digital colors for this one, for my art book. I think you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. Making up my mind is like the hardest thing for me when it comes to coloring. And the fact that you all gave me your opinion, you helped me make decisions on the colors when I was adjusting the butterflies, like that was you guys. You helped me so much last week. I can't even express to you how grateful I am for all of your help and your opinions and giving me your thoughts, and that I could ask you guys. It was the best experience, and I'm so grateful to all of you, because working on your own, sometimes I get all up in my own head and I'll start, rethinking everything and then ruining stuff because I can't make up my mind, and then I just kind of leave it. And so you guys seriously helped me with all of that, and I'm so grateful. That is so smart, Tony. Yeah, I have the hardest time making up my mind with colors, and I'm new to digitally coloring my own work. Technically, I'm a penciler, and digital coloring has just been like, someone shoot me now. But I did it on stream with everyone last week, and oh my God, everybody just helped me pick the colors. It was fantastic. I love you guys. Oh, thank you, Twitchy Lee, and thank you, Pouncer Paws. You guys are awesome. I just didn't feel like when I was leaving, because I think I was running to go pick up my kids or something, and I rushed the thank you, and I was thinking about it more, and I feel like you guys, I needed to properly thank you for last stream. My issue with digital coloring, decision perilous. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you right there, Tony. It's so frustrating. I think the liberty that digital coloring gives you, that you can change your mind and there's the undo button, is crippling. Yes, you guys are amazing. Tanis, Kylie, everybody, you guys are so great. Dontourage, yes. Love to everyone.
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd. Rather, it's about tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves. We create things as a reflection of this struggle, to study our perception of self. That way isn't necessarily a thing you achieve. Rather,
Oh, little Sammy, thank you for the heart. That is such a pretty one. Oh, thank you for the 10-minute warning, Philip.
understanding that ideas aren't static, but fluid.
See you later, what a clever boy. I will post on Instagram before I go live on Twitch, so you can always, if you don't follow me there, feel free to do so, because that's where I'll let everyone know, and I post a picture of what I'm going to be working on. So I definitely need to finish the Witchblade big time. Oh, does the music sound bad? I can change the song if you guys want me to. Oh, no, Chicky Mus, that's very true. No, for that one, it wasn't my indecision on those. I needed to make a bunch of variants that I was asked to. The reason why I have all the prints, though, on my website is I couldn't decide which one to pick for myself. Oh, thank you. What a clever boy. Boop Squad is amazing. I love you all. You are so great. And everybody's art that you're posting, like Scott said, is incredible. If anybody wants to post their work, please feel free to join Boop Squad. Well, obviously you can post your work wherever you want, but it's a group where everyone can post their work, talk about the things that they're working on art-wise, show their work, and it's a supportive group where I feel that it's so positive, and it's on my Facebook art page, but it's not about my work. It's about your work. It's somewhere, it's like a little artist community. And I do try to get on there and like and comment. I've fallen behind right now, but I'm gonna get back on it this week. Oh, really? Oh, that's so good to hear, Mark. Oh my God, yay! So guys, I need to leave in 7 minutes. Does anybody have a suggestion of someone we can raid? Oh, yay, I'm glad you like it, Twitchy Lee. It really is amazing. I'm rewatching it with Dan because I'd already started it without him, but now we're watching it together and it's so fun. I agree, it does keep getting better. Oh, thank you, Stella Man. I really appreciate that. All right, well, I'll look around. I'll see if Melmaid is on. Okay, see you later, Keyman. Mwah, lots of love to you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Melmaid isn't on. Bummer. Zoomy draws. Okay, I don't know that person. Oh, is Tony Moy on? Tony, are you gonna start streaming if you're still here? Tony's done streaming for today. Okay. Oh, Lino, you're still here. Yay. Okay, Tony just finished. All right. Fair enough. Well, I can also take a peek at who there is, but if anyone has suggestions, I'm definitely taking suggestions. And guys, I know that my streaming schedule has been all over the map and ridiculous, but Dan and I are working on it, and we are talking about finding a good schedule and something that I will stick to. So I promise you guys I'm going to work on that. And now that I'm home until March, woot, I can actually follow a proper schedule. For streaming, because I'll be home on the weekends. My life will be a little less chaotic, so I'm looking forward to actually getting a proper stream schedule finally. Oh, thank you. Lots of love to you, Dan, and to Dawn. Oh, thank you, Stella Man. That is so nice of your daughter to say. Huge thank you to your daughter. Yes, scheduled streaming. A New Year's resolution. Pounce Paws, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it a ton. So today we actually got a decent amount done. I know it doesn't necessarily look at it, but the hardest part is finished, and that was the face. So the face is done, and I've gotten some of the butterflies done. I'm not going to make it on the moths, but I will work on them tomorrow and whenever I can, because I was supposed to be finished with all of my art book work today, and I'm not done. Fail. Bad Dawn. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Pouncer Paws. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick peek and see if anyone's streaming that we can raid, because it would be so fun to raid someone. And you guys have made this stream amazing. Again, thank you all so much for your suggestions, your input, your everything, your support. I love you all a ton. If anyone isn't following me on Instagram or Facebook, that's where I let everyone know that I'll be streaming and I post the finished pieces. Also, I'm running a contest over the month of November where you can win a commission from me for Christmas. So feel free to go to my website and check that out. I have all the information there. Oh, Binary Chick, thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. I really appreciate that. Kylie is shushing me. All right, I'll be quiet. All right, let's see who is around. Seijin is offline. Show more. Jim Lee is offline. Eric Canetti. Nen is offline. Huh. Seems like everyone is offline. Oh well. Carlations is offline. Yeah, that's everybody I know and follow. I guess it is kind of late Sunday night. Jedi mind powers. You guys are amazing. Okay, well, I guess I'm just going to end the stream with so much love and gratitude to all of you guys. I will keep you all posted. Oh, Tranquil Mist, Eric is gonna be on later. Oh, Zoomy draws, that's right. Just pick one and go with it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna see about Zoomy draws. Let's see. Search. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I guess we'll just, is Zoomy draws on? Raid. I can't remember how to do it again. I'm such a fail. How to raid on Twitch. /raid at. Okay. I love you all a ton. Have a good one. Raid at Zoomy draws. It says no match. It's not letting me. Okay, I'll try it again. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. Raid. I think it. Good night, Tom. Good night, you all. Okay, it's without the at. All right, I'm trying it. It's not letting me do it. I may have to follow them first or something. Oh, yes, it's working. Okay. It's taking us there in 3 seconds. Love you all. Lots of hugs. Have a fantastic week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Let's raid.